Hi, I'm Joe Wojtycki, co-CEO of Max International. This training session will teach you the most effective ways to invite your potential business partners to join Max International. At Max, we are creating a professional experience. That means we are professional, courteous, and skillful in the way we share our message with those around us. We are always communicating. The messages we give are not just in the words that we say, they are also contained in the way we dress, our posture, whether or not we are making eye contact, the tone of our voice, and in our actions, or even the failure to act. It is critical that we become conscious of the messages that those with whom we are interacting are receiving from us. Those who are most successful in Max are effective communicators. Before we can communicate, we must have an audience. That's where your contact list comes in. It's an invaluable tool. Also, as part of this process, you'll learn how to create a good rapport by using the FORM formula. FORM stands for family, occupation, recreation, money. I have a communications expert here at Max, someone I trust and respect. Diamond leader and member of the International Advisory Board, Alex Monterosa, and his family are one of the best examples of how Max can truly be a family business. Alex's father, brother, nephew, brother-in-law, and other family members are all working with Max together. It's pretty amazing. Alex has a tremendous story of riches to rags to riches. As with our other leaders, he is very enthusiastic about Max's products and the opportunity. What's unique is that he was truly broke, and perhaps at his lowest point financially when he joined Max. His drive to spread Max's opportunity to those who need it most comes from understanding the pain that was associated with losing everything and not knowing what was coming next. He is relentless in taking the Max opportunity to El Salvador and the surrounding Central American countries. And he focuses on having his team build together and is selfless in helping any Max associate. He's about to help you right now.
Hi, this is Alex Monterosa, and today I want to talk to you about contacting and inviting. Here are some key points I'd like to cover. Number one is to be able to understand that in order to make an appropriate contact and invitation, there's going to have to be effective communication. And effective communication happens when you can actively listen. The conversation is led by the questions you ask and by listening carefully to the person you are talking to or referencing to. You always want to reference your contacts to a tool or something that they can take with them. Now, to be able to do that, you need to understand and you need to know the tools that you have. The message you want to leave with them that you're involved in an opportunity that not only gives you excellent health, but it also gives you a financial outlook for the future. The message is also something that's going to lead you towards leaving them the right tools. The best way that I can tell you to effectively invite is to understand that we have a warm market, and the warm market are all those people you've known, people you actually have already a relationship built with them. And those are the people you're going to start your business with, you're going to start your opportunity, and those are the first one you're going to put at the top of your list without prejudging anyone. About 5 years ago, when I got my first opportunity meeting and I invited 20 people, and out of 20 people, I had 22 people show up. Just because I was upfront and honest, out of those 22 people, all with the exception of 2 got involved the first night. It was a successful meeting, not because of who did it or what was said, just because there was honesty all throughout. We also have the cold market. Cold market, you're going to use a completely different approach. These are people that are acquaintances and with whom you've yet to build a relationship. And by building one, you need to be honest, you need to be upfront, and they need to see that there's a genuine interest in them. Okay, someone that you haven't yet shared the opportunity with or that hasn't really gotten to know you. What you need to do is start talking about their family, wondering how they were doing, occupation, recreation, and message. And that starts the relationship building process. And I don't get into the business right away. Don't ever make it about the money. You first want to make it about their family. You want to make it about giving them an opportunity that's going to really help them improve the quality of life. And then the money will follow. And that's just the way that I've been able to build my business. I do this in the inviting process. I sit down with them, dedicate time to them, effective listen to these people, their needs, to be able to know what tools I want to give them. And that's very important because a lot of times we want to be able to get somebody involved in the opportunity in the first 5 minutes. And when that doesn't happen, we kind of get disappointed. I want you to know that I had been invited to this opportunity 5 times, and I rejected the person that invited me to check out Max International 5 times. It was on the 6th call that he was able to get my attention, and I was able to open up my mind in such a way where I really wanted to know more about Max International, and thank God for that 6th time. So if he hadn't called me that 6th time, I would definitely tell you that I wouldn't be here sharing this information with you. And you got to understand that it's an ongoing process. Contacting and inviting is not a one-time shot. It's something that you want to keep doing all the time with many different people, and a lot of times even with the same prospect that you have. Just be patient and things will happen as long as you use the proper tools, the proper wording, and you show genuine interest in helping people actually build their lives. Now, here are the keys to contacting and inviting. Effective communication happens when you can actively listen. By listening, I can lead the conversation in the right way. Don't rely on the opportunity as the end-all, be-all of Max. You lose people that way. Your story will lack substance. There's nothing like a true, honest, genuine story. Always reference your contacts to a tool or something that they can take with them. That's really when active listening is. Being able to understand what information they need to help them make a decision. If someone tells me about their family, I know the next thing I will ask about their occupation is form. Family, occupation, recreation, message. In the end, people will join because they remember that you cared and had a genuine interest in them and their life. Through effective communication and getting to know people, you are not only planting the seeds of a good relationship, but establishing the guidelines of how they will eventually help build their relationships with their contacts. You can always reference them to the time you contacted them, and they'll be able to remember, and that's duplication right away. In life, you get paid for helping people to think. Always have that conversation back and forth, all the time actively listening and asking good questions. Then, when the time is right, when it comes to inviting, you should be an expert at where to send people. Know the tools, know the references, know the websites, know the events. Let the tools do the talking. You don't have to be an expert, just be an expert at handling the tools. The one thing that got me in will not be what will get you in. Remember that. What got you in will not get them in all the time. Remember, the inviting process is a lesson in patience. It took me 6 invitations to finally say yes to Max. It's all about timing. We just need to make sure we're there and ready when the time is right.
Remember the movie Glengarry Glen Ross? Alec Baldwin's character is motivating his sales team with something called ABC. Always be closing. Well, that is exactly what not to do. Let's change that to always be communicating in a professional, courteous manner, and with information that helps to build long-lasting relationships. A strong, long-lasting, trusting relationship should always be our goal. Remember, it takes between 5 and 7 approaches on average for your potential business partner and customer to say, yes, I'll try that. So be patient. Use the tools and resources at your disposal, and focus on building relationships through your communication. And always ask if you can follow up after each conversation. Listen actively, not passively. Be confident. You know the value of what you're presenting. And believe me, they will accept it if you are satisfying a need that someone has at that time. Just be patient. Listen for the needs of your contacts and then help fulfill that need. So start practicing now. Share your story with others. Listen for their needs and start inviting people to the Max Experience.